We're back. Welcome, everybody. Shout out to Robbie for the music and up in the SoundCloud, everybody. Let's talk business. Yes, all up in your business. I'm so excited about this week's show. We're going to talk about business credit. Let's talk about financing. We got some wonderful people come on the show that is a professional in this area, and they'll be able to help you guys be able to get all your questions answered when it comes to business credit. And so I'm excited about that. So
Yes. Before we get into all of that, y'all know we want to hear from you.
Yes.
We want to chit chat on the chat box. So please, if you're listening to us, or if you are at home on your computer or what have you, go check us out on sourceradio.com and start to tapping on those keys.
Yes, we love when little questions pop up.
Yes.
Yes. So hit
or
us up while we're live.
You can go to YouTube.
Yes, YouTube at Ahava.
That's right. And we love to hear from you there as well. And if you are not available to watch what we can bring to you today, you can always go back, ponder replay over at YouTube. We're also on Instagram at Ahaya Kai and or at Noni Kai. We're on Twitter at Ahaya EDU. Shout out to all of our Twitter folks. And if you have anything you'd like to send us via email, questions, concerns, and love notes, we'll take them at Ahaya K, the letter K, consulting at gmail.com.
Yes, you guys. And Ahaya is spelled AHIYAH. And so make sure you hit us up. And we have replay on Source Radio, Amazon, Alexa, Amazon Podcast, so many places, you guys.
Spreaker, y'all. iTunes, y'all.
Yes.
Spotify, y'all. We're everywhere.
We are.
We're everywhere you want to be.
Reach out to us to get on the show so that way your service, your products can reach the masses. And with that being said, since we're going to talk about financing, let's talk about business planning.
Yeah.
Because we just finished a business proposal, our business plan, you guys, 60 pages
of hard-earned love.
Of hard-earned love, yes. A lot of work. Shout out to Mel for helping us with that. A business proposal, it takes about 4 months just to get it all together.
Yeah.
We were able to do it in a couple weeks.
When you have a magic leprechaun working with you, it might take 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But don't expect that as the average.
Not expect that at all.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
Give yourself some time.
Please, and some grace, because it's a lot of information to really get to know your business. Yeah. You really don't know your business until you do a business planning.
That's right.
And you guys, if you need help, we actually have a good subscription with LivePlan.
Yeah.
We can be able to help you guys. And LivePlan is awesome. That's where I was able to do my business planning and be able to get everything out there. But you'll be able to see projections out for 3 years. You'll be able to see how much money that you might be making. If you have an investor, how much money that you might need to get invested.
Yeah.
You're going to see every single thing about your business
on one lovely platform. LivePlan is just a software you can type up and they will work the leprechaun magic for you.
Right.
But honestly, the having a sit down with yourself when you have these amazing ideas, and you have the vision, right? Because it starts with the vision, then we create the mission, then we create the action.
Yes.
All of those steps have to be, like you said, done with grace.
Because it's a lot.
Because it is a lot. Once you start itemizing all of the things you could possibly think of that you would need in order to make your business just begin, just to start.
And just what you have to think about, your competition. Some people don't think about their competition. You have to think about, why is your business even needed?
There we go. That's huge.
Which is huge. So you're going to do a lot of research about your business that maybe you have never done.
That's right.
You're just going to really fall in love with your business in a different way and really be able to see your vision fully come to life. And after you get done writing this business proposal, you can take it anywhere. You can take it to a bank. You can take it to anywhere,
investor,
a private investor,
those angel donors,
yes,
or those funding platforms. And if people wanted to have your business proposal sent that way, you can do that too.
Yes,
but you definitely want to take the time out to do it. And if you've already established in your business and you haven't, go back.
Yeah,
start. Because you can see the holes where you can actually get better
yes,
at what it is that you're trying to offer. And you might really want to do something in a different way. And you won't know that until you start really focusing on what it is that you're trying to convey to the people.
There's so much I didn't know about my business that I know now.
Right.
From running that plan, just from expenses and itemizations, just everything.
Yeah.
Some things I just didn't even think about. I just want to go ahead and, normally start it up, like it's just going to work, but you want to plan it out, 3 years. So really have a successful business. You have to plan out your business. And so that's a perfect timing, especially with us talking about business credit here in a little bit later.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, let's go ahead and get a shout out to our sponsors.
Yes, we have our lovely sponsors, Ahava Consulting, which is me and this lovely woman here, Miss Ahava. And that is our two businesses combined, Kai Management and Ahava Financial Education. One-stop shop.
Yeah.
And Earth Baby. We love to know Earth Baby.
One day we'll have a show about Earth Baby.
Oh, one day soon. It's coming. It's actually coming very soon. Earth Baby, delicious, amazing, delicious as an aroma. Don't eat it. Laundry detergents. And if you want to get away from any allergens that you may have, use a detergent, y'all. It's amazing.
It is. It really is.
13 Crystalline as well. Get all your herbal remedies with us.
Yes.
And if you have any health concerns or if you just want to figure out how to feel better, just give us a call.
Hit her up, y'all. Hit her up, because seriously, with all the stuff that's been going on, you need to be able to clean your body out. Now, if you didn't listen to last week's show where she talked about more detail with 13 Crystalline, please replay that, because there's a lot of gems. And then we got Ahava Living. Ahava Living is our new sponsor, where we are organizing short-term rentals, and it's going to be an amazing platform that's managed by Kai Management. And so I'm excited to go more in detail on that. And so that is our sponsors.
Yeah, we got a lot of them. But listen, if you actually want to be a sponsor on our show, we are making that available to you. And the way that you can do that is by contacting us at Ahava, the letter K, consulting @gmail.com, and let us know that you are interested in sponsorship. Small fee, we will do a video, we will do slides, and make it happen at least 3 times throughout the show.
Yes.
You can also book your consultations with us and ask any questions. Go to shopblackenterprise.com.
Click on that business planning tab, and you'll be able to select whatever service that you need, whether it's financial, if you need help with business credit, personal credit, maybe a business loan, personal loan, you can go to Ahava Financial. But if you need branding or anything to do with your website, or you just need to revamp your whole business, then you can go to Kai Management. Or if you need a little bit of both, go to Ahava Kai.
It works. It's so simple.
It is.
Shopblackenterprise.com and click on the business tab, y'all. We got your back.
Yes,
you know
we do. Now let's get into the show. We have lovely Melissa happening. She's going to get on the show, you guys. She used to be a loan officer. You're on mute, Melissa. And now she's a financial planner. She's a financial consultant. She just knows so much about the financial world. So I'm so excited. Oh, and then we also have Miss Saraí on the line too. She just got off of work, you guys. She works at the prison, the state prison. She's a nurse out there, but she's also a financial consultant. And I'm so excited to have both you guys ladies on. So hey,
welcome. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having us. We're super excited to be on.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
We're excited to hear all of the amazing bullets and gems that you guys have to say, because there's so many people who have no clue what it is that you do and why it's so important. So
so I know you guys are part of, you guys started a huge movement in the Latino community. So let's just start there.
Yes.
What exactly do you guys do?
Saraí, do you want to get started? Do you want me to start?
You can get started, Melissa.
I can start? Okay. So, the Latino community is just, first of all, we're both Latinas. Saraí and I, we are both Mexican. So we
Hola.
want to help out our community, and we want to be able to provide them with the correct information, as in like, can you have credit with ITIN? A lot of the Latinos have an ITIN versus a social security number. And it's just super important that we tell them, hey, with ITIN, you can get credit, you can build a business, and you can have loans. So we've started with that. We started the movement, and it's just very empowering, very exciting to be able to provide them with this information, and most importantly, educate them in that process, because it's so important that everybody in the United States has credit, because as you guys already know, credit is power, and without that power you can't level up and continue your your career or anything in your life, because they run credit for everything, for your job, for rent, for cell phones, for insurance, for pretty much every single loan out there. So it's so important that our Latino community is aware that they can also, expand and be successful in America.
Yes, yes. So what about you, Sarah?
I am the same thing about education. I'm very big on education. I really, just looking at statistics online, Hispanic and African Americans are the ones with the lowest credit score. So obviously there's a lack of education. This is where we just have to come together and really like power up and really get the knowledge. And I literally, that is my passion. My passion is to educate. If I didn't do anything else and I was able to teach somebody something, about business or about credit, it's just really, really makes me feel fulfilled. And just the other day, I had a Hispanic business owner call me. He was like, I have an ITIN and an IN. He was so clueless about registering his business, making an LLC. And it was just, it breaks my heart to see that that's how much lack of education there is in our community. So super excited about that.
Wow.
Yeah. So why do you guys think that that's the case? They're like with being African American or Latino, that there's just not enough education out for these people. Why do you feel like that's the case?
I personally, I don't think it's just the Latino and the African Americans, but I think it's also, the whole United States, like this is not even taught to us in school.
Yeah.
So it's like so important, but I feel like even with these two communities, it's just a lack of just feeling like maybe they just are scared, or they don't, they deserve to have good credit. I think that's usually what I run into a lot with the Hispanic community. They're like, oh, well, they're just scared to apply, or they're like, oh, like they're gonna come get me. I'm like, no, like those are two completely different things. Like you need to, step yourself out there and apply and constructor, like my bad, like structure it correctly, so that way you are successful in life and you are able to get those loans and everything that you can apply with credit.
I agree. I totally agree. I know that for you, Melissa, you used to be a loan officer and now you still work like with a mortgage company, but you have a lot of experience when it comes to actually dealing with credit personally, just seeing it yourself. For somebody that is starting to work on their credit right now, like what advice do you have for them? And if they don't know anything, like where could they just start?
If they don't know anything, if they are even not aware, if they have any counts on the report, I would suggest for them to retrieve their free annual credit report, which every American is entitled to. If you have an ITIN, then it becomes a little bit more difficult to retrieve that report, but it's not impossible. So that would be the first step. Just retrieve that report and see what's on there. If you don't have anything on there, then believe it or not, you're kind of at an advantage because you're starting at a zero versus starting at a negative points. So that would be the first step. Just retrieve your annual free credit report and see what's on your report. And if you have a zero, it's easy to boost it up. You can become an authorized user, or you can apply for a secured credit card. If you have a negative status on your report as a negative late payments or collections, charge-offs, anything like that, then at that point I would suggest contact a professional, so that way they can better guide you in seeing if you need to dispute those items or if you can ask for forgiveness, or it's just all depends on a case by case.
Okay, I see. Do you have any questions before I just,
I'm feeling the vibe. I'm feeling the vibe. Keep going. I'll pop in when I need to.
Sarah, a lot of people don't know the difference from your credit report and credit monitoring. Are you able to just differentiate the two so people know like there is a difference? It's not the same thing.
Absolutely. So an actual credit report is going to be very detailed. It's going to actually have all of the account informations, every single account that you've ever applied for, even things that you haven't applied for that are just, wrongfully put in your credit because of names that are very similar or just errors in your credit report. So this is why it's very important to where we go the difference, right? Monitoring is just monitoring your credit. You can do it in an app. You could monitoring is just very basic. It's not really going to have the whole, a lot of information on it. It's just going to be a way for you to keep up with your credit. It will tell you alerts if something, new came up, something, was filed under your name or placed in your credit reports. It's really important to monitor your credit, monitor it in whatever app of your choice. Preferably the FICO, because that's what lenders use the most rather than the Vantage score. And then obviously a full credit report is just going to have everything in your lifetime. And and it's going to be from the 3 credit bureaus. Some people monitor their credit and it's only showing like one side of the story. It's showing either Experian or it's showing TransUnion or it's showing Equifax, and people are just confused by this. They don't understand that there's 3 different bureaus and that they report differently sometimes.
So my question is about Credit Karma. I have heard horrible things, and just in relation to what you're saying, like most people kind of are guided to Credit Karma because it's the bigger, marketed one to like get your free credit report, but it doesn't sound like that's where you would get the credit report. It's actually just for monitoring purposes. Maybe I'm wrong, but is that in terms of like what you were just differentiating? Is Credit Karma a good source for people to go to get that credit report, or do they just use it for monitoring purposes? Or even at all, right?
I personally wouldn't put any of my information for any type of, like Credit Karma, just because they do misguide a lot of the consumers. They put a lot of ads on there that you don't even know what you're clicking, and you'll click into an ad where it offer you a credit card. So obviously your information is being sold to people, to credit companies and banks that are going to target people like with poor credit. Wow. And this is why we have high interest rates, high interest rate credit cards and all of this, going on. And we just kind of keep on going in the same cycle because that's who they're targeting, the people that are underserved and uneducated.
So it's best, it's suffice to say, it's best to go directly to like financial
to them.
Or go to you. Just for the annual checkup. The start of
the bureaus.
Credit, how do you get to the bureaus if by chance it can't go to freeannualcredit.com? I think you were saying that some of the Latino folks were not able to go that route. But
if they have an I-10, how do you still?
Yeah, if they have an I-10, then we have a program that will actually retrieve the report for them, and they're able to monitor on the monthly basis. So
if they have an I-10, they should definitely contact you guys.
Yes, because and that's just not for Latinos, but for everybody here in the United States that has an I-10, because there's there's different
ethnic backgrounds that have I-10 numbers.
Yeah, for sure. So just so y'all know, if you're carrying around an I-10 in your pocket and you don't know what to do, you're going to have to holler at me, listen, Sarah.
Yeah. And then also, for anybody that does have an I-10, please make sure that you keep that letter. That letter is basically the equivalent of your social security card. When you apply for a loan, the loan officers will ask for that letter to verify that it is a legit I-10 number.
Wow.
So just keep that in mind.
Okay, get some copies. Send one to your grandmother. Send one to your mama and them, just so you have a couple copies in the background.
Yes.
It is very important because you see a lot of stuff when people are applying for mortgages, especially for mortgages. they want to see that letter. They will ask
Yeah.
for the letter. So
Okay.
definitely don't keep
Yeah.
it crumpled up in your car or anything like that.
Right.
Because we've seen a lot of things.
Let's switch gears real quick because time is just going by so fast when we're
We're
running out
almost
of time.
done? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
we're already almost.
Child, y'all need to be on here for an hour.
Let's talk about business credit real quick. So
Mhm.
we have been promoting your guys' business credit class. So the people that don't know, the viewers, these are the two beautiful ladies that actually teach the business credit class. They were doing it every Wednesday. Some of it was in Spanish and then some was in English. So let's talk about business credit because Melissa, I know for sure that you were taking the business credit class, not the class, but the program.
Yes.
How's that going for you?
It's going really great. I do love that I get a pretty much a blueprint of what my next step is. And if somehow whenever I apply for a loan or whenever I apply for a credit card, it tells me like, hey, this is not the right one for you. You want to make sure that every credit card, every loan you apply for is reporting to all three credit bureaus, the business credit bureaus, which is Experian, Equifax, and Dun & Bradstreet. So it's so important that, as business owners, we are getting the credibility and the acknowledgement from all the business credit bureaus because most of the accounts don't report to all three. So it's so important for me, in order for me to build correctly, for all my accounts to report through all three credit bureaus. Other than that, it's just been amazing having that blueprint, being able to know what's my next step or what steps can I take if I decide to open another business in the future. I already know how to do it the right way without having to, lose money and doing it the wrong way.
Good. And do you have an advice for someone that, is there some steps that need to be taken before even starting the program that you feel like, no?
No. So honestly, the program helps you with every single step. It helps you from step one, like figuring out your business name. It tells you, okay, when you register your LLC, what names not to put, which ones are like trigger words for the banks. Like, for example, financial is the word that you don't want to put on your LLC because now the banks are seeing it as competition per se. You don't, there's like different trigger words that you don't want to select and put on your LLC because then they don't want to do business with you. It's so hard to open a bank account, certain things like that. So it literally helps you on creating the LLC, getting your EIN number, getting you a website, getting you a Dun & Bradstreet number, helping you with getting a phone number for the business, an address for the business. And all of these things are like based on the step number one, which is like the essential structure to start applying for loans and credit cards.
Okay. That's great. So Sarah, have you started working on your business credit yet or you're still waiting?
I'm actually gonna be applying for it very, very soon, just because I do want the whole blueprint. We just opened an office here in Bakersfield, so I just really wanted to have the address. So that's something that's really important with business credit. Like you want to have an address. You also can get a virtual address, but like I said, that was a route that I wanted to go. But yeah, no, I haven't started exactly, but I definitely will be starting. It's something that's imperative. I feel like it should be part of business 101. You create a business, you should just start with business credit. They're going to really tell you exactly how to do it right, so that you don't even name your business incorrectly and then not end up getting funded and then having to change that later on.
Wow. And then, talking about the address, why? I know a lot of people, they use their own address. And it's so smart that you said, you waited for you to have like your office space and stuff. Why don't you want to use your own address?
Because that goes public. That really goes out there, and I wouldn't want to, people showing up on my door, my home, my home. Even though at the moment, we work from home, we're able to work from home and do virtual and be, technology is amazing, but that really goes in the registry system. It really, once you get out there, it goes on Google. I mean, people can find your business, and it'll show up under, under your home address. So even like applying for an actual business email, you need to have an actual physical address. So, and I don't want to, and we wouldn't want to put your actual home address
or your actual phone number.
Or your actual phone number, yeah. Do you guys have any advice when it comes to business credit? I think we have just a couple minutes left, but any advice that you guys want to give to the audience, whether it's about business credit or just anything? It can be credit or any other services that you guys have to offer.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, go ahead, Melissa.
No, you go ahead.
Definitely. I just really feel like a lot of people are very uneducated about the difference between business credit and actual your own personal credit. So that's something that, you know, you can definitely get in our class if you guys attend. When we have the next one, we'll definitely let you guys know. People just don't even know that they can build business credit. They're honestly, a lot of people are uneducated. I could feel like 98% of people are uneducated about building business credit and funding their business with their own personal credit is just not the business.
And not just that, a lot of people they think that they don't understand why they need to still work on their personal credit when they're building business credit. And that it actually kind of goes hand in hand, especially at the beginning. You know, later it might not be that way, but at the beginning, I don't know if you guys want to elaborate on that, but I know that's a lack of education of a lot of people. You know, they just don't know.
I think they really think that, oh, okay, I'm going to build my business credit because my personal credit is messed up. So I want to, you know what I mean? They think I'm just going to do everything with the LLC. I'm going to do it with that. When in reality, in the beginning, it goes hand in hand. It has to be, you have to have good credit, personal good credit. And you have to have, then you create great business credit. You might take your whole name off eventually. But in the beginning, especially, you have to have good credit personally. And what the wonderful thing about our program is that we work on the business credit on your personal credit for a whole year while we're working on your business credit.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. And Melissa, did you have anything to piggyback off of that?
Yeah, so I did want to say, guys, when you invest in business credit, it's not a cost. It's not, I don't see it as a fee. I see it as an investment. And you want to make sure that you start with business credit from the get-go. The moment that you decide, hey, I'm going to become a business owner, I'm going to become an entrepreneur, I want business credit, that's going to literally help your entire business career in establishing the right accounts, establishing the right funds that are going to go in for your business, because you don't want to use your own money. You don't want to use your family's money. And then later on, for example, get sued or something. That's all going to go away. When it all belongs to the company is getting sued, not yourself. So it's so important to invest in this program, or not this program, but just in general, invest in credit, business credit, because it really is life-changing for your business.
And real quick, you guys, how is the audience able to reach you guys? How are they able to sign up to the program? If you don't mind speaking about that real quick.
So as you guys can see we can be reached on Instagram, LinkedIn, or Facebook. My phone number is 240-979-2105. You can text me, call me, whatever you prefer. Saraí, what's your number?
Same. My phone number is 559-589-4223. And you guys can text me as well and message me, and we will definitely have answers.
Personal phone numbers be throwing out, y'all. Come on, you gotta get into it.
That's right.
That's so funny. Well, thank you guys for being on the show. We truly appreciate it. We definitely was educated. I hope the audience was educated, and we appreciate y'all so much.
Thanks for having us on. I hope everybody was able to learn a lot of information.
Yes, you guys send us a message. If you guys have more questions about credit, make sure you guys text them. And get your credit together. That's you know, it's so important to have your personal credit and business credit on point
and separated.
Two separate
entities, y'all.
Yes. With that being said, you guys, next week is Artist Week.
Ooh, somebody better say something.
You know, that's our favorite week, Artist Week.
Oh yes.
And we have lovely
Miso Hai.
Yes, and she is a model. We're going to talk about how she's modest, how being modest and being a model, how she's able to even do that.
Exactly. and focus on her singing, because she's a singer. She might be trilling them vocal cords for us in the late night. Ooh.
Yes. And we might have a visual artist come on too. We don't know yet.
Yes.
It might be a surprise for you guys.
Indeed.
Yes. And so that's exciting. So that's next week. So make sure you guys tune in and come back. And and
let's talk business.
I do it for the most times. All praises to the Most High. Connected to the Most High. Pray out to the Most High. I do it for the Most High. I do